program to talk about doing sets of the exercises, like 2 or 3 sets of depending on what level it is. How do you know how much rest you have in between the sets? And then after you finish that exercise, how much rest should you have before you start the next exercise?
Okay, sure. So rest between sets is one of the things that I see, in my opinion, a lot of people getting wrong, because you see a lot of guys that want to get big and they think you need a lot of rest between sets. In the gym, I'll probably keep referring to it, I just use the common sense principle. Nothing is the same for everybody. Everybody's individual, so we train everybody individually. So for your individual rest between a set, it's going to depend on the amount of intensity that you're putting into the exercise. So hopefully, using that same common sense principle, you are putting a lot of intensity into your exercise, because then you can step away from the exercise and say, well, hey, that really worked because I'm huffing, I'm sweating. If you're not getting those things, then you have to question, are you training hard enough to produce results? Unfortunately, training is going to hurt. There's not really another way around it. It's going to hurt, but if you keep training to your potential, then sooner or later you learn to enjoy that and you know that you're going to get results, and that's when it starts being worth it. But getting back to the rest between sets, like I said, it's individual. So if you've just done a set, all I do as a personal trainer is I will stand back and watch you and see if you're huffing and puffing, and as soon as that I see that you are ready to begin your next set, then away you go. So when you're ready to begin the next set is when you've finished huffing and puffing and you feel like you can lift weight again.
So when you've got your breath back?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, and what about for the next exercise?
As in, so you've done your 3 sets
So
with one exercise, and then the next, same. So just try and go about, so try and go about setting up your equipment, and then away you go. So all science tells us these days that actually, instead of the old school 3 minutes between a set, now it's back down to 30 seconds, and they're finding that you get more results that way.
So with the forms, you've got a space there that people can write their weights in. Should we be taking a pen with us and writing down where we're at so that we're improving on that, or is it going to change each workout?
That's a really good question, and I guess there's 2 answers to that, because one, yeah, write down, because it's always nice to know your limits and how far you've come. But using that reverse pyramid that I spoke about, if you are always training to failure, and that's what I recommend, that you train, I'll put down a rep range of 8 to 12, so not a single number. I've given you an 8 to 12 rep range, which allows you to push your body. So if I gave you a single number, say 10 reps, well, maybe you would have been able to get out an 11th rep, but you just didn't because I said 10. So that's why I gave you 8 to 12, because you're going to push to failure.